for the incorporation of Japan.
That's not the we are talking two separate in Zamon.
Okay.
We are talking the book value. What that value? The Ejapa entity for purposes of listing. Now, Fuimo, my own good professor, or Bisadam question. But explanations have been given that look, this is the valuation that we have put on, of course, based on advice.
Okay.
But book building process, pricing guidelines are provided in the prospectus. No, be determine the final value that will be listed on the market. And so, if because you expect $500 million, by the day you be listed, the valuation of the company based on the book building is $3 billion. What we then offload is the percentage that will give us $500 million. That's all.
And the rest?
The rest will be what Ghana retains.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Until let's round it up so that moments on Kapapa. Say your market. Since I have a book to 1 billion, I expect 500 million. Obama 49% or 50%, if you like. But your market on the day of listing, na say actual valuation of the company based on the investment multiple, no, or your $2 billion. Because you have 500 million, what it means is that we offload 25% of Ejapa to investors and retain 75%. Obi, nanyi no. Nkomono nanyi. Hurai dede pi. Nanda bukan article be by prepare no campaign for this form vice presidential candidate here. One for many Mr. Alex Mood.
Oh, okay.
Also, state capture raises its ugly head once again in Ejapa royalties deal. I can article now.
No, man canning. Alex Mood in the man
can because of our topics I was sending them. Can next one paragraph. Where state capture?
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Time of finance ministry about parliament. No, I was in the committee meeting. And it was fair. The finance committee requested that look, documents ready they bring obey. Yenya time, beyond to me time, ocean. Excuse me, 1 million and break a crack. Now, any into me, no. Yen should be na yembra na yembedem. Yembeshia so that we can take a decision. We know the kinds of things that some of them said off air.
At the committee level?
Because we know. Here, Sika, what feel there? Nanado, now ban all Kwakaji or Dabe and Putujuma between now and December. Ghana for Obosha what to Abaman inti ni the day now. Now you know.
Oh, them are.
I'm telling you, Obi. But these people, you think they love this country? Adibia Wabeyabia is politics. They didn't even realize the transaction is potentially going to take place after the election. Sunday, London Stock Exchange rules no one complying way. In fact, 1 way it's still ongoing. So what be said for prospectus? No finance minister. Okay, on there. Look, yes, we will make the prospectus available to you when it's ready. But as we speak, it is not possible because man, they have gone through the regulatory processes. No London Stock Exchange. And see. These are proprietary documents that we cannot disclose at this time. But when we go through the approvals in Nandesi, we are. Why not? What's it want to be that? Let it be that then. And then the first time I got the IPO. We listed Ghana Commercial Bank. In fact, before that, we listed Anglo Gold Ashanti or London on Ghana. We listed Goy. What is unusual? Awobo nkwafu sumbuda waya kwanfu sawe ye wia oni chede bia ye wi Obi
Asempa FM.
These are the facts.
Okay.
And here and I will repeat I don't have any problem with civil society organizations because over the years, obviously, when pay attention to the processes and all parliament, because with all due respect, if some of them had that, they would have known that in 2018, 2019, in fact, paragraph 217 of the budget, finance minister Oma update of where we are with them transaction, he post the passage of the Minerals Income Investment Fund Act. And what it was about area with respect to the administrative processes. Minister indicated there when they conclude, because of your international business transaction, pursuant to the AG's advice. And you saw what they did last week. What throw in some letter B from AG 22nd July. Attorney General and you want to imagine. Oh, now Paris is also more time now. When in fact, subsequently there had been engagements. And Sami, I don't know how long you have practiced law, but for some of us who have 15, 16 years experience at the bar, these transactions, it's yet people do a draft. It goes through a certain process. Other party obey, evaluate. We make comments. Now what's the why a conference? Then they iron out differences. Okay, we would improve the draft and bring it. It goes back and forth. But listen to the mischief. They can one manifesto. Now the man could resume the second. No, he made look.
No.
What are you talking about?
You have your time. Don't worry. Say waha. Enko baby. Okay. Meba Ekosiisen Sami Nyabotre me pacha wa. Haya Sempa FM. Mamenka etifo nso say. Oh, Nyabotre aden. Hey. Eko ewusi efre say Sami Jemfi bo ni din ka asem. And it's only fair say ebema ono nso bre na wa react to nsem na or say Sami Nyabotre. You have time. Don't worry. We have time. No, I'm not distorting the program. You made comment about somebody and the person has called. No. You don't also. Please. Is he on? Okay. Ma mintie no na fe yentoa so. Ekwa usi na pom te den. Nyamela dum bibi aboko. Phone no say other speaker mpocho if you speaker mam na yente we ai. O say asembe ya.
This yazo ye kakra.
Yeah, we.
Yo, madasobi. Mamizen kan benche we chefo. Na ansa na mokoma atamodo. Obi minyim so ya kutu na madere mo wa. Since ya program on. We beach. Into the caliber of people now is the one but
Chairman Akwausi, Chairman.
Yes.
Mpocho, go straight to the point. Na minte why? About some na ata.
Because
Asempa FM.
Book a crabby into Modo, Mr. Mahabe man, many phone calls there are. Mama Badana Mankati, Morocco, the war. Obi programs will come and nice. Mankatea and Sami Jamfi or Kikain. But you see, Sami Jamfi, boy, no, it cut an anything Sami Jamfi on spelling twice, Krana. The second one, the spelling will be different from the first one. That is how he has lost touch with reality. On you know, what's the black and white? Wow, Bunsam. This boy, you're two studio wait. This and that.
On Asempa FM.
And in India, offer me a queue early morning. I'm premature there. Echo, you young boys are your politician. And in yet you'll be back. And I wouldn't back court. This and asking. Somebody can see this and one say one part of Mitchell. We are now. This and that. One fan captain buying the door now. Don't back premature.
Hey. Now, man, some American can you call?
Mr. Sami Jamfi, my camera went to studio. My camera I brought to the studio. Mr. Bisane there. Early morning, before I'm sure what from I'm coming to me in the Mumpo. And I'm a Banamani. My friend, I'm an Obian from one, what's on Fabio. I'll fight my fire. Echo, Sami Jamfi.
Na Into court no wakwa na de what's wakwa emba.
Now what's on also a lawyer now. I mean that's what court. My lawyers what court. And you know that file as a member court. Now my lawyer no court no over represent on this emergency. You see, sometimes when because of crime you ask yourself there. He's a disgrace to the whole.
No. David. Echo. Mpocho. I think your point is well made. Mamendase. Ekosiisen is higher sempa. 94.7 FM. Lawyer Samijenfi wa lawyer Andre Japamesa ewa ha. Meba cho muntie we meba sisi ya.
Besu no meto. Ain't a 1x bet for me for one dia grow cra. Amo odds no akakra kankwa. Udiana partners. Ne bomb options na ho. Yanu phone nibi. What a bet in area no. Utu be toy insurance the peso say. Who say we bet ne say ya. Utu be toma company no. Ain't ko 1xbet.com. Ne creative account says ya.
Wo your bema woni fie aduana ekwa tie me juso mu yare ana process disorder yare ba ko a se won hwe ne ye betima ha pa ma process ni emu opodi ehia wo na processiste abase ebedi bema bia akagyamu enuahini ene haban ene akabo mu aye processiste eye haban nko a nchemu ha enam se ofa processiste a ubada na ho asundwemu na ho besi
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
When you do drugstore be bremu e wo memu. Enye ma apemfo. Ema nkwara no fo, anan nkwara nimro mfie dumienu. Edu ahwe edwadie nkatwemu ajatum se.
Hello there. Subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports, and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online, and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Emre do say wo de ekoso wo wiase afa na nyina abra wo mre ho kwa test adom echo 8787 eno no ubenya SMS news information alert any updates fa de ekoso wo wiase afa na nyina every adom TV adom FM any adomonline.com channel son some message bia wo be send bia 15 pesos adom FM ye 12 adom TV ye wa zo ye.
Say dear, Insure FM, Edin Yesi Ghana, and we are here for Neighbor Bia, Tower Bubuano, and found baby hour, Yedin Yabesi Bia, and Manu phone so. Ye hear us over testy NF, Echo 8787, ye bet to 15 pesos per Udem, near Kosubia, Yedbem Manu phone so. See a good Yamonsem, a Jadiamonsem, and Nigidiamonsem, and I knew Subiano, Yet the bro some procra. Insure FM, and what day?
Get the latest news updates around the world in just a click away. Text JP to the short code 8787 and receive SMS alert on news, entertainment, sports, and many more on Joy Prime at only 15 pesos. Joy Prime, real entertainment.
At a cost of only 15 Ghana pesos, text LF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts on business, sports, politics, entertainment, and more. From Love FM, experience the joy.
Hello there. Subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports, and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online, and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Emre do say wo de ekoso wo wiase afa na nyina abra wo mre ho kwa test adom echo 8787 eno no ubenya SMS news information alert any updates fa de ekoso wo wiase afa na nyina every adom TV adom FM any adomonline.com channel son some message bia obe send bia 15 pesos adom FM ye 12 adom TV ye wa zo ye.
Say dear, Insure FM, Eddie Yesi or Ghana, and we are here for neighbor beer, air tower bubuano, and found it by Biao, yet in your basic beer, I'm Manu phone so. Ye hear us over testy NF, Alco 8787, ye bet to 15 pesos per udem, near Kosu beer, yet Manu phone so. See your good yamonsem, a dread yamonsem, and Niji yamonsem, and I knew to piano, yet the bro some propra. Insure FM, and what day?
Get the latest news updates around the world in just a click away. Text JP to the short code 8787 and receive SMS alert on news, entertainment, sports, and many more on Joy Prime at only 15 words. Joy Prime, real entertainment.
At a cost of only 15 Ghana pesos, text LF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts on business, sports, politics, entertainment, and more. From Love FM, experience the joy.
Hello there. Subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports, and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online, and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Emre do say what's on the Ekosiisen we are fanena. Abra wo mre ho kwa. Test the Adum Echo 8787 and no. Ubenya SMS news, information alert, any updates. I fad the Ekosiisen we are fanena. Every Adum TV, Adum FM, any adumonline.com. Channel song, some message be obe send be a 15 pesos. Adum FM, yeah, 12. Adum TV, yeah, what yeah.
Say dear, Insure FM, Eddie Yesi or Ghana, and we are here for neighbor beer, air tower bubuano, and found it by Biao, yet in your basic beer, I'm Manu phone so. Ye hear us over testy NF, Alco 8787, ye bet to 15 pesos per udem, near Kosu beer, yet Manu phone so. See your good yamonsem, a dread yamonsem, and Niji yamonsem, and I knew to piano, yet the bro some propra. Insure FM, and what day?
Get the latest news updates around the world in just a click away. Text JP to the short code 8787 and receive SMS alert on news, entertainment, sports, and many more on Joy Prime at only 15 words. Joy Prime, real entertainment.
At a cost of only 15 Ghana pesos, text LF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts on business, sports, politics, entertainment, and more. From Love FM, experience the joy.
Hello there. Subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports, and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online, and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Emre do say what's on the Ekosiisen we are fanena. Abra wo mre ho kwa. Test the Adum Echo 8787 and no. Ubenya SMS news, information alert, any updates. I fad the Ekosiisen we are fanena. Every Adum TV, Adum FM, any adumonline.com. Channel song, some message be obe send be a 15 pesos. Adum FM, yeah, 12. Adum TV, yeah, what yeah.
Say dear, Insure FM, Eddie Yesi or Ghana, and we are here for neighbor beer, air tower bubuano, and found it by Biao, yet in your basic beer, I'm Manu phone so. Ye hear us over testy NF, Alco 8787, ye bet to 15 pesos per udem, near Kosu beer, yet Manu phone so. See your good yamonsem, a dread yamonsem, and Niji yamonsem, and I knew to piano, yet the bro some propra. Insure FM, and what day?
Get the latest news updates around the world in just a click away. Text JP to the short code 8787 and receive SMS alert on news, entertainment, sports, and many more on Joy Prime at only 15 words. Joy Prime, real entertainment.
at a cost of only 15 Ghana pesos. Text LF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts on business, sports, politics, entertainment, and more. From Love FM, experience the joy.
Hello there. Subscribe and text JF to 8787 to receive SMS news alerts, business, sports, and entertainment updates from Joy FM, My Joy Online, and Joy News, your most credible news source.
Emre do say what's on the Ekosiisen we are faneng.
Yera mu nyina asese matwen ya me yakọ abase de munim no lawyer Sami Jemfi ewa ha lawyer Ejapa Mesa ewa ha medin de yosai bonso Ekosiisen ena utie enti ye ba na ya fa ye second round afi ahwe de dwumadie no aba ewieye Sami.
All right, okay. Dedi kind. I don't blame Ekosiisen. I don't blame him. I blame
Asempa FM.
His Excellency President Akufo-Addo. Well, living off the hook. Boni bebriba wa ye ne Ghana mra wetiti aso ne krono a wode aboye ne ewu a wode adi o man ni nyina no wagya ne se wonfa ne hudi na wetimi amananya fa hudi ani akokodro eba radio so san be kasa no. He is the one I blame. Ubia ya cheno on tape. In fact, the Minister of Environment in Po are reporting to the police for stealing. Who is being investigated for stealing? Chrono, yes, or your chrome for Minister for Environment or your chrome for police. Yes, the Minister for Environment. Now, yes, allegation. Or no, the effrontery to come on radio and speak down on me.
Has he?
I was the first person. Chrono omo born in the Galamsey fight. Omo legal small scale miners omo sam omo nimfifra breato excavators omo omo excavators na omo tonwedi omo excavators na omo dia rent China for ne Ghana for omo ye Galamsey no me na me di kan be kan Ekosiisen ya obi me boa ka se me boa man ka so de me kokko
Asempa FM.
and I dared him openly on radio so ye be ma on fa me kokko. You can check Peace FM online reported it and
also the call
yes
ama wo ba be pa ne chew
me de wo court wo file statement of claim my enter appearance, my file defense, what file reply. 6 months in lawyer Biabeka just say you have to file application for directions. Lawyer Mesa Meboa. 6 months in you have not been to court. Una are you plaintiff to the matter? Unyane. On fan no pipi form so say me Sami Jemfi ma pena on fan no in pipi form.
On fan pipi form so
God forbid say me pa Ekosiisen cho for na me no information and no facts am me wono. I was even praying. So they may be court. But go and check my statement of defense. It is more it is more loaded with evidence than the American radio sumpo. Me. Let me tell you something. At any point when he went to court, there was one time be pet. Then I spoke with him. And Adia me catch is the same thing I me catch who Obi. One me you dancing. Me can't me ni Chibani put dancing. And of course Chibani has called you to say the all cannot boa. Me fa chop and see Chibani so dana me boa. E entro. The me catch Ekosiisen no na me catch Obi. What was it? I told you to warn him because we are all young guys. Me pese be yes me too many years so as a young person. But if he tries to proceed with the case, the information and the facts and the evidence I have about the nefarious activities, it will sink him. Did I tell you that or not?
But if you told him that,
yes,
that is more like no,
I told him say if he tries it, immediately na me enter appearance. Mama 14 days and so na me filing my statement of defense. Then in my conversations with Munyina, because a lot of people called me, including friends from the MPP, said, "I don't know young guys. Na I say obi enya position kakra odidi hu na person na bia ne bono." And I say, "Media, we are involved in the business of nation building. So if you are a young guy now who engage in corrupt activities, who say a man for you man who benefit prosper, I will say it. But opa on kaso wa na asem fa na asem ko. But if he tries to proceed with the court case, the evidence I have on him will sink him. I told you that. That is the same thing I told Chibani because I know that they have a relationship. That is the same thing. I am here telling the court, so ye bema. Only lawyer Obribwai, I am telling them they should meet me in court. I have evidence on your criminal activities. Even before Sobaya Galam say Juma way.
Let the court.
You even have a reputation.
Mamen fa wait tell na men sign emra me pacho.
Tell Chief not to worry.
Chief Bine, Deputy National Organizer ma NDC. Chief, akwa bampocho then.
Obi nyamina dum na one pie bonti etase. Waso apo.
Nyamina dum bibi aboko afrede udina abaye nkoma ayedi mu ntepede ke bibi kakame nte o.
Obi nyimpa ne reputation of bread and our build. There is no day anywhere.
Asempa FM.
Atnafom na maka chende Samijen Fishi. Emi member kanchen de
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
And you know are important. The Obe did a master about 2 records. The Samijen Fineko were court that I know. But the many court from the Samijen 50, a member patrol man. It has never happened. And you know, I want this to be on record. And then if there is any issue, our parent was settler. They should go to court and settle their issues. But the chief by Nika Pacho, Sami not to studio. So no, Waba catch them the Manka Pacho ma honor go to me bitter. But I call no Wabaka there, Emi Mebakacha. I've not told him anything of that sort. There's Sami say or Pacho. Please.
Okay. Chief. Mayendase, aye. Great. In the chief by name, and Mochen and Kano. Okay.
So, we see light. We did talk with Chief Baini. So, what I told Chief Baini was the same thing I told you, Obi, and it was the same thing I told Ekosiisen. We see. Even it, I thought it was a warning. It was a warning, say, or mine failed. And in fact, why am I? Because I have a dossier. Your man, why was he sacked from the position?
Let the court decide.
You're moving on. He was arrested as a cheap criminal.
The police will not arrest you. So you're a cheap criminal. Sammy, please. Let's move on to some other issues. Let the court decide. Let the court decide.
Obi, my member, Ejapaso. Obi, lawyer Ejapamesa, I can't say bia. I was saying no. Did can waka say a Japa deal no chrono be any my buying and I say real mine sika. Na say buying no wa dreams will be real sika and comfort deal in parliament. Okay, sir. Yes. What's a comfort parliament?
Yeah, with the time I cut to elections. No.
Who taught lawyer Japa Mesa that? So buying be the deal because parliament and that is the deal na your papa chrono. Who told him that? Parliament deals are parliament approval no. Ni nyina ye sacrosanct and ni nyina ye in the national interest and ni nyina wiye. Once upon a time CNTC loan parliament approved, yet loan na ye ka say ko jine wiye hairdressing salon uni ma ko bisa misa ba ko don kan chiro PDS involve one kasa honorable Ejapamesa. Parliament approved it. E wi achirede ni see.
Does it involve
on my yes, because PDS is a consortium made up of companies. Ghana 4 companies will move 51% shares.
Yes.
Company no what shares can pa among the Ghanaians. They find the TG Energy Solutions or 28% shares.
Yes.
Or company secretary ni lawyer Ejapamesa. The company ni nyam faso from PDS mua dividends lawyer Japan no gene share. That is what it means.
But you know how company secretaries are appointed.
I mean, Kasa or a lawyer, he can defend himself. Yes, but that is company law. He is the company secretary of a shareholder or 28% shares. So when the company gets dividends, on your share, your electricity bills near your 2 year PDS afa omumu wa content. Ebi wo lawyer Ejapamesa.
How?
Because ebi wo TG Energy Solutions ni penyin pa only S-Men barbering shop Philippa Yensu. Please make us one mama. Lawyer, me
but are you saying say company secretaries are shareholders in the company?
They are not shareholders. But shareholders pay them. They are workers of the company. So if shareholders get dividends what is Obi? When I'm talking, don't do that. Don't do that. Because the snide comments you are passing, you are belittling what I'm saying. So don't do that, please. Oh, Kasa, one mama more cry. When I was even drawing Obi's attention,
let me.
So Obi, when I'm talking, don't do that. because I know what I'm talking about. What I'm talking
not
about
saying you don't know what you're talking about, but I also have the right to ask questions about what you're talking about.
No, but don't ridicule what I'm saying.
I'm not
ask
ridiculing
questions.
what you're saying.
You ask questions and
I am not ridiculing
what I am saying is that if he is the company secretary of TG Energy Solutions, which had 28% shares in PDS, what it therefore meant, and they say anytime PDS made profit, TG forged your 28%, and lawyer Japan Mesa got a share because he was a company secretary of TG Energy Solutions.
But he will be paid as company secretary.
Yes,
like half of the company.
The company pays their workers based on the profit they get. So if TG Energy Solutions is a car, profit in here from EFA, and your PDS, I you to electricity bill to them. So please, that is what I'm talking about. And that PDS deal was approved by Parliament, and so we are the man of war. Even Sikakwa no mudi betu insurance guarantee kwa no muni. Omo de ya electricity bill. Bear $11 million. And insurance guarantee na sound so fraudulent omo di kotu ya e. Ewi e Ghana compact to nkwa $190 million emoye. Onka ho bi. Uni sika nkwa aboye more than $2 billion. And so Parliament approve ye. So the suggestion that the Japan deal no Parliament approve into krono nim no jai kan ye nyai. Because Parliament approve deals bebre wi achire no amwa wo man no. That is the point I'm making. Obi so what you say. Number 2, or say Sino Hydro deal no. Ye fa your bauxite in ma Sino Hydro China for no. But what is the Sino Hydro deal? The Sino Hydro deal is a better deal. Me pesika ye kwan mi ni bi. Nti be ya kwan worth $2 billion mame. Me wo bauxite chef form. Be boa me na me into bauxite no. Na me refine the bauxite no. Na me ton na me fa hu sika ntua woka. Ti bauxite no na me dia ma. And bauxite ya ye de yes I Sino Hydro deal no. I have just checked and confirmed. And you both etiwa and nyina hini train nyina and etiwa. And you say you bet 2 bauxite na refine it near the process no I'm a Sino Hydro. That is what it means.
Proceeds equating the $2 billion.
Yes.
So it didn't mean your bauxite nyina.
Your bauxite nyina we saying
$10 billion.
That is how they are calculating bauxite deposit no dia more.
Yeah.
Oma calculating say worth $2 billion. That's what I'm trying to talk about. Nyina hini nko anso e no mo de atiwa koka ho. Atiwa na no so another forest reserve no. Nyina hini water of forest reserve no. You can go and read the documents. And the argument I was making then say where abaya wa bobosia irobo no kwa $9 billion anso. Ye bauxite e chef form. O di ama China for projects worth $2 billion. Ye hu de efri maba. Get fund wa confirm Udi esia wowa e de age bosia $1.5 billion inti nchirima beba aban afoforo beba no omu nya sika bia from get fund enye mpuntu nyuma sa sika we nyina anso ye gold so ya mounton 49% of our gold royalties. That is the argument I made and ultimately dispute you argument no. Sa sika ni nyina we you've not built a hospital, you've not built a secondary school, we have not seen any major change to our road network. Ye hu mpuntu nyuma bia de adwuma ni ye yo ni mpuntu abregana for Wafa bauxite, wafa get fund, Esla, wafa uweya, osansi yansanfa good man. That is the crux of that argument I made. Esla die, honorable message to me. I wasn't keye honorable message ferry. Nanka opa mwachew. Because the man penye kufuado ka say Esla, ye tax so ni faso, ye nuisance tax present ama ye week inti no diaba obi meboa. And the promise was that Esla ni ye became. It is a wobana Esla na present ama ka say Ghana for 4 years no. Wo de kwaje sika $1.3 billion obi echi kokwa yedi ni ma wo de akwaje $1.3 billion na to anka Ghana for betua no 4 years yetua ne 10 years won fere wo se empire ye. So what encumber all these revenues you are denying future governments and future generations of, and I'm saying you are very little to show for that. And so and yet justify say yes also the 49% of our gold royalties bema in chimre nya so mfaso. And as usual, equalization. They are not the equalize. You see, road fund. President Mahama this year, Eje Bosia. Honorable Mesa. Why you want to say what the over facts? What do you need? Change will be a mess. Learn to compare like with like. You can't cast someone and for body metodo. And Japan and you be road fund. Road fund is saying Ghana you to equal road fund. I feel be on average. Am I $1.2 billion? My idea coin. And a President Mahama say. 2016 how do road projects be they are contractor for car I have banking sector I have contractor for and nti road fund no sikenam nti oko UBA I work Ghana ha or je bosia $1.2 billion not the 2 years etua $1.2 billion bosia na yaje no enye se road fund ni nya na de age o ye wo esla eko road fund mu eno no bosomi bia ma ye 100 million Ghana cedis enti esla no kwa in 2 years will pay the loan and pay the interest.
Ekosiisen on
Other taxes eko road fund mu wa ebe ye free aban betumi ayusu. President Mahama je 1.2 billion. Okono ja 600 million Ghana cedis. E ma aban we be yusu di ye kwan. 600 million pe na President Mahama yusu ye. Sikano, I just checked. Ye tuye wi ampunisa. As at 2018 ye tuye mu 700 million. Enti me no ka say 2 years na so ye tuye wi. How is it the same with Ejapa? Wakwa be SPV company. Ode ye gold royalties ama omu in perpetuity till thy kingdom come. 49 ye gold ne so a e wasn't ka list 49% ye dinya be 1.5 billion 1.7 billion na ode akwa koba $500 million. Ha ni mienu o compare man ye den na ye. So yente e ho na se. Obi honorable Mesa akasa wa ha. And oba ye mani jepa because me hu so kita documents bebre. And I was expecting say we'll be putting it to straight proof like you always do on this platform. When he made a statement say yani CSO sa ye oppose wa Japa deal ni nyina say ade ba ko ewo mu a enye papa ne say e deal ni nye papa ne say directors of Japa government of Ghana majority shareholders ain't mean sakiomo under any circumstances. O say ye boa no ye debate be on the floor of the house our share provisions in the agreement e ma Ghana ho kwan say ye betime yi directors na di. Honorable.
Also the relationship agreement one farmer. That's the point.
He is lying
on the relationship agreement.
Masa kojo upon chroma in this studio on this chair. Mudi tura mama kwa na ho. When Mr. Nasa question no. One year to more explain say it is to protect the directors, it is to insulate them from governmental control.
The company from governmental control.
So Adia information minister Adia to say ampa it is in the agreement. Lawyer Japamesa is saying that it is not there. Only kojo upon chroma, who should we believe? He is the Minister of Information. Or said yaya kane yampa. Ghana abain directors of Ejapa, including Osafoma Fobano. Kofi Bosompe Osafoma Fo. Omu yo medume yo man yo medume yo yentimi ni yo medu kojo upon kroma say yampa omu an edi shame we defend. What better he do tro? Ufri say Ghana for ye refi asem. Show us the provision. Ma omu send the agreement in ma. Obi number 2.
Number 2 mum.
Number 3. Obi. Okase. Obi utie me. Oh, Obi.
Me too. I'm listening. Me too.
Because I now hear many more.
Me too.
Obi, ebien, yesi di entia. Ejapa deal ni ya bad ne say. Ye royalties na. Ye di move 49% ekwa kwa ma ankrankre no. Ye kwa koton no. Emre potin bia na so that agreement doesn't have a fixed term. It doesn't have a duration. O say ye boa. But the explanation was plain here no so no. Ejitu mu say agreement in fixed term. Lawyer Japa Mesa, show me. Oh, you're a lawyer, also with 15 years or 16 years at the bar. Show me the duration provision in the agreements. Say agreement where for 15 years, 20 years, or 30 years. What the agreement says, BBS any. What the agreement says in say 16 mining agreements and our concessions are the major royalties. No, a Japa beje royalties. No. For the remaining life of the mines, Obi Meboa. The remaining life. And the remaining life on your pet, Sanko for the aka 12 years, go fields for the ABA 15, and Ameboa. ABA Newmont for the ABA 10, and Ameboa. So, even the life of the mine, and your pet, it differs. How can that be the term of the agreement? It be a 10 years, it be a 50, it be a 12. Are you getting me? Then, apart from that, the agreements, every lease, mining lease, they are subject to renewal. What the agreement says, and it says, Newmont for ye renew a lease for another 30 years. A Japan because watch royalties, then my buying ho. It is the same for all the other leases. Our renewals never end at different periods. So when we tell you, also we are lawyer with 16 years at the bar there, then you should understand. So the agreement that they have a fixed term, don't argue. That is the truth. Obi doesn't have a fixed term. If it has a fixed term, show us a provision. And you know as a lawyer, the argument you say when you say do why your option. Lawyer Japan Mesa, who 16 years at the bar no, and no the better client. And then me thank our law and now the law about bomb your kuti and the media young fan kwase man ko school nim law. advice I would be my client and they say on your agreement basa away, no duration. You give your royalties to a company ad infinitum. No yes. You can't say, oh, you do renew and when every law student be a say, oh, your agreement, you must reduce all the agreements in writing. Once the agreement is in writing, this is trite legal learning. You don't know this? Then, lawyer, a Japan say valuation, no.
Samena,
valuation, no. Obi, Masendeo, Openi Bryce Simmons or Hedy Imani, the calculation why, and NDC, that's why your calculation now, no. And then you pay, so we support it 100%. Lawyer Japan Mesa say, Afiwe, TMO,
me too.
Sika say Nyanya from gold royalties, also 1 billion Ghana cedis.
Cedis, yes.
Yes. And now the bad dollar, almost $200 million. Obi so ti ase. Enti say ya nkasa Ghana yete wona ya yeti me jeje royalty yete for munte mi yo. Ni yenya $200 million a year. What it means is say in 3 years we can get $600 million. Common sense anameboa. Enti say then and I would no. And let me tell you the 16 companies now we have 12 na woman no. 12 mining companies no. Almost 99% of gold that you twin in Ghana. Show me
where are you getting that figure
yes, from? I've checked from Minerals Commission. Show me any major mining company on 12 now. It is almost 100% of your good royalties. And to the final $200 million, and acquire $180 million in free Omohoba. What it means is in 3 years, we can get that $500 million now. Yeah, near the royalties now for 15 years, and we can get it. So at the end of one kasa, ultimate royalties are $200 million. Was a medicine royalties in my company be. Na media J $500 million. No, me royalties in for 15 years. Abra in 3 years you can get that same money. And we have shown you say so far, yeah, evaluation na any money ni CS to 15. Running with no. Yeah, calculation. No, this is the first time on a national issue. Yeah, the valuation calculation formula in Ababonte. You have not been able to impeach anything in the formula. What valuation now would $1 billion? No, where is it? Yeah, valuation is just say royalties, you know. In total, it should be $3.6 billion. And so 49% should be around $1.7 billion.
3.6 for over the 15 years.
Yes. So 49% should be about $1.7 billion. Yeah, calculation didn't you about Bontiaman some of one. What's here, yes, sir? And you say, oh, dear, now was here $500 million. Yeah, na yako school. Na yenye and also what the neighbor bidding because Omunim say Omubo mine chrono says Sikani Nina Wetchlin, or Mobile cake back a D. No, finally.
That's an unfair allegation. But on the term of the contract, if I may, where the Minerals Royalties Investment Agreement between the Republic of Ghana, the Mineral Income Investment Fund, Ejapa Royalties Limited, and ARG Royalties Ghana Limited. So, 2.2. That's Ehona is speaking to the term. It says this agreement into bracket and any assignment and allocation of gold mineral royalties under it shall terminate on the date on which the last of the allocated mining leases has expired or been terminated without any further extension or renewal.
Read it again.
Okay. This agreement and any assignment and allocation of gold mineral royalties under it shall terminate on the date on which the last of the allocated mining leases has expired or been terminated without any further extension or renewal. Such period, that's into bracket, such period, the term, the Republic may, in its sole discretion, extend the term of this agreement.
Very much.
That's under 10. May, yeah, remember. My main 10 on Father Nusi Namemra.
What I said. This agreement, what kind of crown? That is what fortifies the mechanism. The agreement doesn't have a fixed term. Obi,
you think so?
But you should know you've done law.
No, but
hold on. What is that question?
Okay.
When we say an agreement has a duration clause, it says that this agreement shall be for a duration of a period of 15 years.
15 years.
20 years. Specific. That is when you say an agreement has a fixed term. That is when you say an agreement has a fixed duration. Yeah, the 16 mining concessions or agreements and the Japan royalties. What you read, they say the agreement duration is for the remaining lifespan of the leases.
Yes.
Lifespan so be a 10 years, it be a 12, it be a 15. And a provision we say agreement and
the last mining lease.
Last mining lease are the lifespan maybe another lifespan here 20 years. They are can below 20.
Yeah.
Into that 20 years and so no agreement not ending.
Yeah.
So common sense. Time one first agreements and a lapse no. They say new month of 4 years 15 years into nobody kind lapse. New month they are subject to renewal.
Yeah.
If you renew new month for 30 years, it means the new month agreements subsist.
But only May.
No,
even
hold on. No. I am not talking about the provision on extension.
Yeah.
There is a separate provision of extension. Say when the final mining concession elapse.
Yeah.
So here. Not granted. Say all the 16 mining leases, none of them have been extended.
Yeah.
Then government may extend. But I am saying say the mining leases themselves are subject to renewal.
The Minerals Commission, they more
subject, and most of them, you renew. Are you getting what I'm trying to say? So, if the mining leases are renewed, just by the time last one no exhausted, no. Now you was subsisting mining leases. So that clause, the government may extend, will not come in.
It will.
Hold on, it will not come in because you have 16 minor concessions. Some will lapse before others. Say a bill lapse. The fact that they will lapse at different times. Commonsensically say the agreement doesn't have a fixed term, and I'm a boy.
Yes.
So that they are settled.
Yes.
Now I'm talking about even extension. Extension also I make sure say new month the end be kind lapse here. Aka 15 me boy. But new month the end kind lapse here, and also you are subject to renewal. If new month's lease is renewed upon expiration. A Japan royalties agreement with regards to Newmont continues.
No. And I can say the Republic may, in its sole discretion, extend the term of this agreement. In the relative to this a Japan royalties agreement, and you're automatic. Say because when you lease extension, in this agreement so will extend. No. It depends on this on the state.
Hold on.
Yeah.
They are taking royalties from 16 mines.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
The 16 mines and leases.
Yes.
Subject to renewal.
Yes.
If the leases are renewed, the agreement says a Japan will continue to collect the royalties and my government of Ghana. This provision, the clause now we read, under the expiration clause, when, for example, all the leases have not been renewed.
Yeah.
Last one and a government may renew. But if the
this agreement is based on the
so what is the term of the agreement? Tell me. You know you are a student of law.
Terminate on the date of which the
which is how many years? Which is when?
That one is not
which
here.
Is 2021.
Obiajitum.
2027.
No.
So Argentina lawyer Japan must say the agreement has a fixed term. So number one, the agreement doesn't have a fixed term.
That's
the interpretation you are putting on the renewal clause.
Different.
I disagree with you totally, but let's not. We don't have time. I have my last point. We don't have time. It's been pushy, but at least one can say what to me say from even what you have read. A trusted agreement doesn't have a fixed term, and you add infinitum. No. My make it because o question delay any time. Just 2 seconds, Mr.
2 seconds.
Finally, Obi, I have given you 6 reasons, at least, and that programming because of time. Number 1, say. None of them say the rationale behind it, and they say the royalties na bonchirima say agreement any duration say busuafo a ewo mu a yan select you through due process, yan select you in accordance with the public procurement law like Gabini or Safoma for Bano say directors are omo baba be hwe royalties so a Ghana, even though say any majority shareholders, you've made lawyer Japan message for one cogent justification. And I am saying, like President Mahama has put on public record, no, the next NDC government will not honor this agreement. I have heard Mr. Bako and lawyer Japan say some words. Oh, Sana Mokanye about Voda phone. Mind me, tell them, say Vodafone, nay under a president who was called Asumdwe. I know you see the concept of father for all. And you can say, and yes, I am telling you, say a Japa deal. We are telling the investors when they listed, don't buy the shares. Because President Mahama Bai will not honor it. More boy a chrono. Don't buy it if you are an investor. Says Sikano, a president, a good father in the bush.
How can you say this?
We will not, don't buy the shares. The political huge. President Mohammed administration. Yeah, but fire gold royalties.
By the grace of God, by the grace of God.
And the listing will be before the election.
The good people of this country will not give any opportunity to Mr. Mahama Mbubu Mani BM. For 8 years, he was vice president and president. He subjected them to darkness for 5 years.
Yes, sir.
And see, I want to take one now one sir. Now Obi, share.
What's the about Obuchum?
Oh, so what ba? Nasa wambe.
Aluta continua.
Now them fix them na Sami di mfike kanu. Okusuya na wayin.
Ghana Law School yeah.
No, then a contract must have a fixed time. Huh? To make it what valid or invalid, or that if a contract hasn't got a fixed term is invalid. Now I mean, in what context is he using the fixed term? Because I mean, a simple contract. I mean, there for a contract to be valid, you need only 5 ingredients. There must be an offer, acceptance, consideration, intention to create legal relation, and capacity.
Capacity, yeah.
That's it. It's a fixed term. Fixed term. What's he talking about? In any event, Obi agreement it defines clearly the term of the investment agreement. So what are they talking about?
When the last mining
in any event, again, the option to extend when the mining lease expires rests with one on the government of Ghana.
The government of Ghana.
Now, Obi, share mischief. I mean, to the extent there, what by a book building? By the time prospectus not be ready, what by a market? The actual valuation of the company and only what it is that aban pricing guidelines will be issued. Obama, the price of the share and subsequently based on that what percentage actually are ban or list company for, and all this into me in darkness. Obi London Stock Exchange Ghana ya list asset wadoda Ashanti Gold, Anglo Gold was listed on the London Stock Exchange and then Ghana Stock Exchange simultaneously, was one after the other. It's the same principles. Prospectus will be made public. Parliament has been abreast with the transaction since 2018, 2019, 2020. Into the issue there, Obi Wakeshedem, and on ye nebusianfu bi wabo pow the wabo ton Ghana for ne Japan. No, it's not true. In any event, Obi, Ghana, you retain 51% of Ejapa Royalties Limited.
Majority share.
That Sikebia Ejapa Benyebiano. So when you're 100 Ghana cedis are yen chafo wom ye 51 Ghana cedis.
Asempa FM.
Ejapa what your investment bia in any additional royalties bia. Mfasubia wo Benyebiano Ghana ne chafa 51% wom. 49% is 120. As Obi, one list, them one listed Goil, Ghana Commercial Bank, them 1 yen Universal Merchant Bank, what when him a private individuals are, Obi 40 is full. Now one was she na yenim 1 yen the dam. Nasa one listed war stock exchange. Ma, I mean, now we are some poor preswa, ye tum yako to be a. Obit the whole also 1 item based On what?
Asempa FM.
Say one message nka be nka wo manifesto na debate. Nka wo promises of 10 billion or sabada be pushy. Ekaka to sort for Hope City for 10 billion one badu day. Na you ya gbe ni ahwehwem. Promise assemblymen they put your allowances and no 2012 manifesto ma anye na ya ka wansam. Okada eseba legalize and regulate na ya ka wansam na na jinjembia 1 million job na ese promise Ghana for ya at the time I present I catch unemployed graduates enye magician na to make create jobs am one minister of state okay in there our pejuma won tutuka haban mbaba won fungu roadside na one bona one ton no oye juma so no na be create na aka na ye debate say bana aba council free SHS na ya debate. But I want to say one manifesto cry 2 years after was select one presidential candidate still want to me in be. I don't know what's the what man work or consultation with Ghana for then I yet groma into Ghanaian problems in our political parties into me and now them Mr. Tony do okay that work one party congresses 1 year policy discussions be anti when you see the will be our share there one solution what the boss of Ghanaian problems ni man walk around. No waka jiji Ghana for own views on what it is a Ghana for pay and son wa show no book manifesto or balance. It's a trick na chama catch up. Because ochinanko promises here Mr. Mahama catch non promise BM 2014. Osande promise or promise Ghana for the resolve dum so in 2 years. When 2 1 year in some promise BM. Since here all my promises. They will turn around and tell you that nature nyehena de there yesu de you. They yebe abaya magano yakwa round na wala ken nti yebe so ya hwa around that yenye do bia edbotumi ayenzi you can't hold them accountable. Trick. So we debate the issues. Now some keke obi nche no concluding statement or exposing the real motive of the NDC is the resources are yakopon na dawoma wa cha ban numpemfo adwenepa nyansahun wotum dream about how we can leverage our resources in a much more meaningful manner. Wo feel there na nado danko akufo beniska no da yempuntujuma amochina wo bo one University of Ghana Medical Center ya on nephrology and urology center ya on Kolebu maternity block ya on Konfanochi teaching hospital maternity block ya wa abandoned 40 years as resident na danko akufo or ye CCI na waka ya on 17,000 projects was identify 26 in time match on 100 in fact match on 1,000 people 16,000 plus of projects are all spring up across every corner of this country.
Ekosiisen on Asempa FM.
Nana do danko akufo wa bobosa 9.9 billion. There's nothing to show for. No obi area 1 year road to ko kuma na dembra ko hwe Dracer wo twetumu ho. Ko chado ko hwe road a wo ye ho. Kolebu hospital, La General Hospital, Dwa Carriager, what about Tolabadi Road, also Wuni. And I challenge one day. Say, the minister, Samidi Efi, until how why 4,000 schools? Why ye? 48 hours here was spending in combing through our 17,000 projects here. Almost sleepless night. One from published one first time. Between 2009 and 2012. Adi pochia wotumi ye wokroma ha. One second time ano also green book wo ho. Green book is ebokom no. And a project at present Mills. Nyakopon watun safran wenye ni baby ko. Won kapede NDC fo woman recognition bia. Ni legacy kitikito oje na wosesa wada ma Mr. Mahama.
Okay.
Ebo hu there Atuabu gas processing plant President Mahama no starting Mills no starting so what's Mr. Mahama no ye
Ekosiisen
the University of Ghana Medical Center sword cutting will take place in 2011 so what's Mr. Mahama no ye see young papa ejata Mills or che the ndis for pedo waka che ende ono be di president wa Ghana kroma ha wan bobre bia nti wenja depedi ejapade bia wan fa magana dati yakopon no bosunusu odaman
lawyer Mesani yete ne nka no ye second member of parliament obabebo ayen ewo dwumadi yi so sounds na mote lawyer Sami Jemfi ono ye NDC for communications officer on behalf of the production team, a team led by Dominic Isiyeboa and supported by Nana Chumberema, Jackson Osei Ntiamoa, and Eric Opari DJ Yonafi Queen Star Japan. Yadamunya say, O my hina kwabna sante, Yadawunso. As Nyami Adumochna, Yabesa Social Sports Night is up.